First of all, a mea culpa. It has been pointed out to me that I've been confusing series and sequence, and that is exactly right. These are sequences, not series. If you wondered, what makes them a series is they're all added together. So if you had a series that went, that is a sequence, that is a series. And there are additional rules for series over sequences. So, if you remember 2 days ago, we were looking at how you use different formulas to generate answers. And I said, if it stops in 2, it means it comes in that form. If it stops in 3, it has an n cubed. But there are some that don't stop. If you took the difference between these two, what do you get? 2. If you take the difference between these two, what do you get? 4. If you take the difference between these two, what do you get? 8. It kind of takes the piss. So you don't have, that's a difference test. So I always say you've got a second test, the delta test, Greek letter. And if you divide the numbers, divide that one by that one, and you get 2. If you divide 8 by 4, you get 2. If you divide 16 by 8, you got the message, 2. And that's actually because, of course, that sequence is 2 to the n. How about this one? What's happening here? Well, if you took the difference, that would be 1. That would be, 4. Then it starts to go a bit crazy, 18. The next one on this sequence is 120. So the difference is 96. And one starts to despair. The pattern's too irregular. If you took the difference, you get 3. If you took the difference, you get 14. If you took the difference, you would get 78. At which point I would give up on the difference test and I would always use the delta test. And of course, if you have 1 and you divide it by 2, you get 2. If you have 6 and you divide it by 2, you get 3. If you have 24 and you divide it by 6, you get 4. And the next one's 120, because that sequence is called the factorials. Exclamation mark, look it up on your calculator, it's a thing. And it multiplies all the numbers together. It's very important, because if you've got A, B, C, and you're looking at how many ways to arrange 3 different objects, that would actually be 6 ways. If you had a 4th object, D, you would have 24 ways. If I had a 5th object, E, you have 120 ways. So it's the number of ways you can arrange a certain set of objects. All right. Perhaps a little bit later on in the week, we'll look at how you produce the formulas for series.